Hey everybody, I just wanted to post a quick update. I continue to experiment, which is super fun. As I mentioned in the why I'm doing this video, I continue to try and see how my body reacts to different, not only different types of foods, but also different strategies with respect to training. In general, I'm using the same training strategy as before, where I'm basically just increasing the amount of the food, that the normal foods that are part of my normal lifestyle that I enjoy eating, that yeah, they do serve as a compromise, so to speak. Because my appetite, I'm able to feel satiated by eating these foods. So when I'm actually doing a training meal, I just significantly increase the quantity of these foods. And by doing so, I've been able to literally, again, consistently actually eat pounds of food per day. It's most of the time literally pounds of food per day. And actually, I've been getting a leaner and been able to somewhat stay in a calorie deficit to a small degree. Over the last year, I look back on tracking, I do weigh myself daily and feel it's an important data point to look for trends. And what I found was over the last year approximately, my average weight for the month is actually about 5 to 6 pounds less than where it was over a year ago. And again, I'm not sure what's going on in my body from that perspective as far as my metabolism and the fact that I can be very, very lean and be able to eat literally pounds of food. So this was this morning, is of January 3rd. I'll put up a quick image of what I look like just post-workout at the gym. And one of the other things I did recently was experiment with sweets and have a new appreciation for those that are able to eat a lot of sweets in a large quantity. I ended up tapping out pretty quickly. I hadn't had cheesecake in actually quite a while. Cheesecake is actually my favorite dessert, and I tapped out pretty quickly. I had some other baked goods. The mistake I made was going to Costco when I was super hungry, and the fact that they had their super large muffins, if you've ever been to Costco, super large muffins, and you get they had multiple kinds of muffins, and they're huge, and they were only $7.99 for a dozen of these things. And so I couldn't pass them up. So I had that mixed in too, but I tapped out. It was kind of disappointing in a way. I tapped out with flavor fatigue, even though I did have a cup of coffee, and really kind of wimped out from that perspective. And it was, say, probably 3-4 pounds total, but cheesecake was dominating about just over 2.5 pounds. So I felt I wimped out on that. I didn't really push it. I may have mentioned this in the past video, but pushing to my absolute limit was not a fun thing to do, and I won't be doing that in the future no matter what. So if it limits my overall capacity, that's okay with me. And again, my goal is to be able to keep my physique, not look like someone that basically is an upside, or what would it be called, pear-shaped as a result of doing food challenges, and or compromise your health with respect to whether it's disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol issues and such, because again, eating in excess no matter what is not a healthy thing to be doing, especially with foods that are really not something you should be eating a ton of and can be adverse health wise. So that's about it for now, and thanks for watching and thanks for listening. And I really haven't decided on any sort of future challenge yet. One other thing I'd like to mention is I did go back to some of the very old videos of some of the, what would you call it, top eaters, whether the YouTubers or competitive, aka pro eaters, and was surprised to find out that everybody starts somewhere, and where they were getting tapped out in, you know, say a 5-pound challenge or just over a 5-pound challenge, and they were not at the 15 to 20 pounds of capacity that they are today. So I found that really interesting, and you for yourself, if you on YouTube, you can go to the oldest, you can do a filter and go to the oldest videos, and that's basically how I was able to kind of retro back and watch some of them. And one final note, I've almost forgot. So I've been in strength training, powerlifting for over 4 decades, and in that domain, people are always more than willing, in fact, to the point of arguing about it, provide how they train for the particular, whether it's bodybuilding, powerlifting, Olympic lifting. In food eating, as a, if you want to call it a sport, you're going to say that, or just as a human challenge, you can, I guess, retype it for that no one seems to, with the exception, again, you know, a couple with Randy Santel and one or two other random videos. I think Joel Hansen did one. Everybody seems super protected on how they actually train and for capacity specifically, let alone even speed. And if you were to ask them, they'll, I've done that on a couple occasions, they'll throw out the dangerous, it's too dangerous, which it could very well be, but putting, you know, 800 pounds on your back and trying to squat it for a single is dangerous too, and very adverse to your health. So it's just something really strange in this domain that, and you, again, you won't find people talking about how they train, and you won't see training videos. So anyway, I just wanted to, I guess, reiterate that, which is, again, something I'm scratching my head about and continue to scratch my head about. So that's it for now. Have a great start of the year 2022. Thanks, and have a great day.